I mean, basketball is obviously in a flux for me at this point, but it's something that happens to a lot of guys in their early career now, especially with the shuffle format of the NBA, and obviously my situation is unique and some of the things that I deal with. So, for me, it's just, can we find a team that has the right setup, has an open mind, kind of, understands or wants to understand the things that I'm saying and the things that we've discovered since I've been in the league. So those type of decisions. And meanwhile, still trying to manage my life outside of basketball and stay professional and try and get into other things and prepare for life after basketball. We're in contact with some teams, quite a few more teams than we expected. I guess people are more understanding than you would think. From listening to the media and fans' responses, this kind of sounds like an insensitive crowd, but I guess it's not, and that was good to find out. So there's teams involved. I mean, there's teams in all. There's a number of NBA teams, so they're all options. And again, it's not more about what the team is or the money or anything like that. It's just finding a situation that's appropriate.
What situation would be appropriate for you, Royce? What are you looking for?
Just a really empathetic, situation. One where people have a really open mind and are open to try and, kind of scratch back the surface of what is supporting mental health or mental illness. And I think there's a lot of potential there, and there's a lot of potential situations that look like they may be that for me. It's really odd that it was a shocker that people still transport by bus.
People grabbed onto that, yeah.
I mean, it's just when I tell people travel by bus, they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, there was a time in the NBA when they only travel by bus.
Yeah.
Some people don't remember that. You do, Randy.
Thanks.
But yeah, so that's a piece of it, but not a big piece. Like I said, I flew this preseason with no medication, no anything, and I just flew, partly to show that some good faith in the relationship and that I was willing to travel, and partly because I just wanted to see if I could do it for myself. So travel thing's always been blown out of proportion. You guys know that.
You flew to A&M and had a triple-double.
Yeah, you've been on planes with me before, so that thing's been overblown. But that's the world that is the media, so I'm okay with that. Difficult, rosters are locked in, and in order to pick a guy up, sometimes you have to cut a guy. And for me, even going on to a team, as much as it's like every dog for himself, cutthroat type of business, I don't like the idea of that. I don't like the idea that you have to cut a guy in order for me to come in. So I'm trying to find a spot where they have this open spot. That's just my personal thing. I think a lot of people did. Yeah, I think a lot of people did. I think if you ask a lot of people on the team at a later date when they can be more non-biased in their response, I think you'll hear that I deserve to be on that team. But that's the business. It's not about whether I'm good enough or whether I can play. It's about what they want. And some people play with Gibson, some people play with Ibanez. It's a music reference. It's your preference. So, like I said, it's a fit thing. At the end of the day, there's obviously a lot of controversy with me about mental illness and mental health. But like I said, I flew this preseason, so I don't really think that played a huge factor. I think that they were just going in a different direction. And from everything that was being talked about, they're a team that's building around being into lengthy athletic guys, guys that get in the passing lanes and they're really long and thin, and I'm heavy and I play kind of slow and methodical, so maybe my game just didn't fit what they were looking for. I didn't even start to count them off. It's countless. It's countless, and not just NBA players, but celebrities from a number of industries. People in the league that are in office, in the front offices, and it's everybody, and what a blessing for me to be able to get a little bit closer with the mental health community, one that I've been advocating for and try to grow close to since I've been here in Iowa State, and it was a beautiful thing to have those people reach out to me and share that information. No timetable, man. I mean, I'm 22. I've never been injured. Haven't played a game yet, so I'm not putting any miles on my legs, since I've been here. So, I mean, I'm just taking my time and trying to find the right spot. And that's most important right now, is finding the right spot. And I want to be somewhere where I can be somewhere a long time. I believe in that. I don't want to be bouncing around. I'm not into that.